Welcome to this episode of Chicago's Chris TV. Today I'm at III Forks Restaurant, III Forks Steakhouse with Executive Chef Billy Caruso. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, my pleasure.
Before we get into the food today, I heard you're from Austin.
I am.
And you hear so much about the barbecue and the XSSW, how do you say that?
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest. I just want to know about the culinary scene out there besides the barbecue.
I mean, it's really changed a lot, especially in the last like 4 or 5 years. A lot of local farms. It's really diversified a lot of the restaurants. It's spread out in kind of a closer downtown area than it's ever been before. And there's a lot of really awesome chefs that have moved to Austin recently. And so kind of small, kitschy, cool gastropubs, focusing on local ingredients, local proteins, local farms. It's really, really fantastic.
How would you compare it to the Chicago restaurant scene? Like we have like 4,000 restaurants or something. Like how would you compare this scene to that scene?
I would say it's kind of like what Bucktown's doing right now. Bucktown Wicker Park. It's very similar to like that. Like lots of like Trencherman, Longman, and Eagle kind of places, stuff like that.
If I went down there right now, I've never been to Austin. If I went down to Austin right now, give me one restaurant I should try. It could be barbecue this time, but any restaurant I definitely have to try.
Any restaurant, huh? You know, I think Parkside's a great staple for Austin, Texas. It's kind of a gastropub. They focus on a lot of local ingredients, but they also have a really cool raw bar selection. Oysters, crudos, things like that. And it kind of takes like a classical twist on a lot of dishes and kind of does it his own way. So I think it's a good Austin staple.
We talked about the Austin scene, but we're here in Chicago. Before we get to the food, I tell you what III Forks stand for. What did the name III Forks come from?
It's the III Forks of the Trinity River that come together in Dallas.
Okay. So how many III Forks restaurants is it?
There's 1 in Chicago, 3 in Texas, and 3 in Florida, so 7.
But this is the best one, right?
I think this is one of the most interesting ones. That's for sure.
Okay. So tell me what we have in front of us.
So this is kind of a twist on a classic beef tartare. It's basically filet that's chopped up to order. It has a little bit of an Italian influence. My last name is Caruso, so I'm kind of Italian. So what's in this eggshell over here, you want to pour on top of it. It's a sherry egg yolk vinaigrette. Some acid, some contrast, some herbs. Can't give you all my secrets, but there's some fun stuff in there. And then over here we have some, kind of classic, kind of dark russet, almost like New England style potato chips for some texture.
Anything chips, fries, I love it.
Nothing wrong with potato chips.
Now what's in the sauce again? What's in the head?
It's a sherry egg yolk vinaigrette. So it's like an egg yolky style vinaigrette, sherry vinegar, lemon juice, some other fun things I can't tell you about.
And it's one of the appetizers, or
yes, it is one of the appetizers.
Start with it. Start with it, definitely.
So seared U10 diver scallops. It's a bourbon bacon jam on top, and then a radish and celery salad on top.
Very nice. All right, so you were talking about going to school in New York. Tell us about the experience of going to culinary school in New York.
It's arguably one of the best culinary schools in the world, so it was a great experience as far as education. Beautiful place. It's kind of in upstate New York. Or this is more like mid-state New York. It was fantastic. I mean, you get to kind of go into the city whenever you want. It's a 2.5-hour commute on the last stop on the Metro North. It was fantastic. People are interesting, but food scene is obviously incredible.
These are amazing. Like, what gave you the inspiration to put this on the menu?
So, a classic kind of steakhouse, staple. I think that people do like bacon wrapped shrimp or bacon wrapped scallops. That's a pain, you never get the bacon crispy.
I know.
It's kind of like chewy. It never really works out for you unless you really spend like an hour on each scallop. So, I wanted to produce this jam. So, I played with it for a little bit and then kind of redeveloped the recipe.
It's so good. It's so good. Anything with liquor infused is always good. I don't like liquor that much, but liquor infused foods, love it. And tell us about this next dish.
So this is pan-seared cucumber halibut, or Nordic halibut. On the bottom, you have roasted baby gala apples, a little bit of fennel, some winter squash that's sauteed as well. On the top you have a warm Ireland vinaigrette, local pea shoots, and shaved fresh black truffles from Burgundy, France.
Like everything, like look, you can tell it's fresh from just looking at it. Is that like, I know it's a big part, but tell me like where that comes from. Like what makes you focus so much on freshness?
You know, I think it's important. I mean, obviously it's hard in Chicago to be 100% local, seasonal, especially with the climate here and what happens to the farms, just how cold it gets. But there's a lot of, you know, urban indoor farms that we use. Urban Till is one of them.
It's amazing.
We use a couple different fish purveyors and try to get fresh fish every other day. We do whole proteins, whole fish, and break them down in the house.
And what other fish do you have on the menu?
This is a fish feature. So this isn't actually on the menu. We'll rotate a special fish every night.
Special fish for me.
The fish that we have on the menu, we have Pacific salmon. It's pansir with a chimichurri on wild rice, and then we have sea bass.
This is absolutely amazing. Now this is the dish everyone's been waiting for. The beef dish, the steak dish, anytime you go to a steakhouse, the thing you want to see is like this big, this like a Flintstone type of dish right here. Like tell me about the Fred Flintstone plate we have in front of us.
So this is a two-week dry-aged Wagyu tomahawk ribeye. This is gold level, so it's a 9+ on their grading scale. It's about as good as it gets. Melted salt, finished with melted salt and a little bit of olive oil. It's 42 ounces, and it's, you know, about as good as, you know, what you could get for Wagyu outside of Japan.
So Wagyu beef, I know it's like a special type of beef. Can you tell us a little background of Wagyu beef?
So this is actually done by the Strube family, Pittsburgh, Texas. Durham Ranch are the people that basically run the ranch, all the operations of the ranch. And Strube is the family that produces the beef. This happens to be gold, so it's a 9 on the grading scale. 9 is the top. Has to do with the marbling score, and it's just, you know, some of the most best and the most amazing and flavorful, you know, beef really in the market.
So coming to III Forks, you're getting the best of the best beef.
Yeah, this is one of our specialty steaks. So this is not all the steaks are Wagyu. We have a couple steaks that are on the menu that are Wagyu.
Now we've seen 4 of your amazing entrees, but now it's my favorite time for the meal. So tell us about this chocolate cake.
It's a 6-layer chocolate ganache cake. So layers of ganache, dark Dutch chocolate, a little bit of coconut on the outside.
How many desserts do you do? Is it like a rotation of desserts?
Yeah.
Like what's some of your favorites that you've done in the past?
We do a Maker's Mark pecan bourbon bread pudding. Do a creme marnier, creme brulee. We do kind of a twist on a key lime pie. We do a couple of other things.
Key lime pie is my favorite dessert. This just always made me have a Paula Deen moment. I had a whole like. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, hold on. Okay. For folks who want to get to III Forks ASAP, I know y'all want to come ASAP after seeing everything I just showed you. Can you tell us the address, how to reach you?
So 180 Northfield Boulevard. You can visit our website. Phone number's on there. You can make reservations online. That's it.
Everything is amazing. Everything is delicious. I enjoyed every part of every single dish.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
I see we sit in this nice room with the double-sided fireplace and everything. Tell us about like private events, private rooms you have to hold private events.
We have 3 PDRs, actually 4 if you count the wine room.
Private dining rooms, PDR.
Yeah. So this one holds about 13 people. We have one that holds up to 8, one that can hold up to 100, and one that can hold about 30, 40. We book private parties, we also book the roof as well. You can also buy out the whole restaurant.
Like from when you walking up, seeing that roof part, it looked like the top of a spaceship, like the dome of a spaceship.
Well, right now it's all wrapped up in the awning, but I know it comes like something out of Star Trek, right?
If it wasn't so freezing, we probably could have seen it today, but I'm not risking my life to see a rooftop.
No, I'm not either.